Today's suggestion: what I think about overpopulation and global warming. Now, I look at overpopulation more as the problem. I literally look at overpopulation as the threat rather than global warming. Now, do I even believe global warming? To be honest, I don't know. It comes to a point where I don't know what to believe or not believe. Like, if somebody tells me this story with a ghost or whatever, I'm not going to say I believe him or her, or I don't believe him or her. I'm just going to be like, okay, whatever, you know. But anyway, so yeah, with the global warming thing, I mean, the glaciers and everything are starting to melt. The poor polar bears, unfortunately, are losing that ice. That I actually feel bad for, but at the same time, I say to myself, all we're going to get out of living this world is pure suffering, sacrificing, literally putting a beating on our bodies like we always do. The rat race just doesn't stop. Doesn't fucking stop. The only way this rat race is going to stop is if the world stops. So how I look at it as, if the world would just come to a friggin' end already, our suffering and pain could could finally be over. You know, people care so much about the planet, but yet the planet does us dirty. Now, it's not like I'm blaming the planet itself. You know, it's not the Earth's fault in any way. It's our fault. But by the planet, one thing I blame about the planet is the planet keeps prolonging, meaning it keeps going and going. And since it keeps going and going, what ends up happening? We cause hell on each other. We treat each other like shit. We slave away our lives. We're eating away our lives. You know? I mean, come to think of it, now that I said I don't blame the planet in any way, I'm starting to look twice at that, because the planet causes a lot of mayhem. Just like, for example, this hurricane. Look what it did to Florida. And some spots there, friggin', you got to see the houses. The roof of the house literally looked like when you're on a pool deck, like let's say an in-ground pool, and you know, when you just want to put your feet in real quick, that's literally what it looked like. So in a way, yeah, the planet does cause mayhem to us. But I'm not 100% blaming the planet. I'm blaming us, the majority, humanity. We cause pain on ourselves, on each other, you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, we care so much about the planet, but truthfully is, all we're going to get out of saving this planet is us suffering, sacrificing, being sheeps, paying bills. I mean, I don't know. Do people like paying bills? Do people like paying taxes? Do people like paying for every little thing wherever they got to go? I mean, we just adapt to everything to where this is life, you know. Like I always say, this is life. We don't see anything wrong with it. We see everything just, you know, we adapt. Just like when a software updates on a phone, for example, we're a little confused, but then all of a sudden, oh, cool. We get used to it. And then sometimes if you end up looking how a phone used to be, like the iPhone back on the old iOS, you're like, oh shit, I forgot it was like that. Because we literally just adapt to everything. Whatever ends up happening, we just accept after all. COVID-19, we learn to accept it. Inflation, it's like we're just accepting it. We're still bringing kids here. We see how bad inflation is. We see how bad the world's getting. We keep bringing kids. We just say to ourselves, well, that's life. It's the way it is, so got to deal with it. All right, come on, Jenny. Let's go in the bedroom. I want a son or daughter. I want a son. I want a daughter. Let's have one of each. And this is what we fucking do. And this is why we're in this predicament. When did I feel everything was a gift? Is when we weren't born. Like I always say, when you're not born, you don't got to worry about nothing, because nothing matters. You don't got to learn this. You don't got to learn that. You got to worry about, you have to worry about shit. You're not here. You're non-existent. Think about in the 1800s with the Civil War and all that shit going on. And plus just how they weren't so advanced. You know, they had no heat, AC, air conditioning or whatever. You know, I mean, I can understand air conditioning, not having it, like, you know, but heating in the winter, you know, but you would literally live in these canopies, if I'm saying that correctly, where cold air would still come in. You know, it's not like today. You got insulated walls, you got heat, you got whatever. So think about those hard times that we dodged by not existing. And it just goes to show you that if we would have just continued not to exist, we would have continued dodging the bullet. Because no matter what error there is, life is pure suffering in all different ways. That was the pure suffering in the 1800s. Now, in the year we're in now, it's a different way. But no matter what way it is, there's pure suffering, you know? There's nothing truly to miss out on. It's a blessing to miss this shit. You know, some people say when someone dies, man, they're missing what life is now. They're missing it in a good way. You don't want to deal with this bullshit. Not knowing is the pure gift. Not feeling, honestly, is the pure gift. I mean, no matter how hard life gets, people just keep reproducing. And this whole world is overpopulated. It's not even rush hour, and there's times I go on the highway or whatever, and you see a whole bunch of cars. And I say to myself, it ain't even sheep hour, and you got all these people. So it's just showing you how overpopulated everything is. Because people just keep plugging themselves in, you know? I'm not trying to sound stupid, but it's the truth. People just keep mating, you know? I mean, it's just, no matter how bad, no matter how fucking corrupt this world gets, it won't ever click into our brains to say, you know what, this world's bad, man. Why am I gonna have a kid? I'm gonna make him or her suffer into this shit. I'm suffering, let's just say, man. Holy shit, I'm doing all this work and I'm still just barely getting by. But let me have a son. The thing we need to do, and a lot of people are gonna say it's dark, but we cause our darkness. Anti-natalism. We gotta stop producing more people. We gotta go extinct. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Because that's the only way that this wheel is gonna fucking stop spinning once and friggin' for all. But we won't let that happen because we keep reproducing. I mean, I can understand if life wasn't so hard. Now, it's not like I'm saying money shouldn't matter at all. Maybe some things should cost money, but the part with food, necessities that we need, whether we have money or not, and then when it comes to a point where we don't have money, we're going to literally suffer and starve and literally deteriorate because we don't have money. That I find wrong, you know, that I find real fucked up. But, I mean, I can understand, hey, if you want to have this certain nice car, this certain nice this, maybe I can understand money being in the picture to some form. I mean, maybe it's got to be in the picture to some form, but I feel like it just becomes so overrated. Like, it literally became to everything becomes a price tag. Literally. Comes to a point where, oh, can I pet your dog? Oh, yeah, that'll cost 25 cents. Like, I'm just making it up. And I like literally just shows you, like, you could put a price tag on literally everything, you know? And that part I find cruel and corrupt and fucking evil. You know, that I don't call for. Now, it's funny with global warming, how they want to, you know, create these electric cars and shit. And then I heard, if I'm not mistaken, like a Tesla or pretty much any car that's all battery operated, when the battery goes bad, you got to pay, if I'm not mistaken, someone was telling me $50,000 to $60,000 just to put a new battery or whatever in the car. So I think it has a couple of batteries. I mean, like, when it comes to this, I'm not familiar really. I don't know really anything about a Tesla, but meanwhile, you can use that money to get another car, yet you're using that money just to get a battery. And then another thing is, every gas station I go to, I don't see no charge up. Where the hell do you go for a charge up? And how long does it take for a charge up? Like I said, I'm clueless when it comes to that because I don't know. But it's all just corrupt. It's all, you know, people want you to think we're trying to save the world, but literally they're just trying to make this. They're manipulating us. Oh, it's better for the environment. No, it's better for this. I mean, maybe it could be better for the environment too, but whether it is or not, they'll say it is, even if it's not, all because it's for this. This is what we look for. When it comes to our eyes, we look at the earth, and what should we care more for? You know, well, we should care more for the earth, but it comes to a point where we care more for money than the actual earth. This thing's polluting the earth bad, but damn, I don't know what to do. I mean, we need it going because it's making us this. So really, we're trying to solve things for that one reason. We're not trying to solve things to save the world. We're trying to solve things so we keep our money, you know, so the market and shit keep going or whatever. That's all we care about. That's all we look forward to. You know, if we could find another thing that's safer for the world, we'll strive it because it's also doing us this. But if we can't find something safer for the world, then unfortunately, we got to keep doing this specific thing because it's making us this. I'm just making things up. I'm not making sense exactly what I'm talking about, like what, but you know, that's literally what I'm trying to say is we only care for money. That's our God. That's our everything. That's our ruler. That's our master. That green paper is our master. We obey it to no end. It's like, for example, Japan has these bullet trains that go like 300, if not more, miles per hour. You know, they invent that thing because of this. All inventions and everything is all really just for this. They see it may give people to work on time, so that's the success, that it's going to go well, and it's going to make us tons of this because we succeeded. But they don't look at the cons. There's always pros and cons to everything. What if it derails? What if this happens? Now, I'm sure it has wheels and shit that, you know, go on the side and shit, but I'm just making shit up. Like, it's like with a roller coaster. They invent all these cool things, you know, amusement parks got to keep up with others. Oh, let's invent this now, draw more crowds. Meanwhile, how safe is it really? It could be safe. It could not be safe. Everything's a risk. But we're willing to take that risk because of this. What we truly care about at the end of the day is this. It's the honest truth. Everything we do in this world is for money, literally. Everything is a money gimmick. It's like with commercials. Get this product. This product could do this. This product is badass or whatever. You get the product. It's not even all that. Half the things that they said it does, it doesn't even do. You know, for example, perfect example, LED bulbs. They say they're more efficient. Maybe that's true. But they say they last within 10 to 20, well, the ones I got said like 22 years, within the 10, 13, 20 year range. And I only got 2 years out of it. Just like a regular bulb that would last me like 2 years or 1 year. So it just goes to show you, that's just another example of showing you. Sorry, the bus was loud. But that's just an example of showing you that we just put these things, we try to make these things because of this. Whether it does or doesn't do it, what it does do really is it's giving them this, you know. I mean, that's all it all comes to. So truthfully, we're not really caring for the world. You know, we're just caring for this. That's how I look at it as. It's like with the cars and shit. There's a reason why they're doing all this shit. They add the electric cars. Meanwhile, when the battery eventually goes bad, a friend told me, now I don't know if it's true or not, this is what I hear from a friend, that it costs $50,000 to $60,000 for him to put a new battery. He converted back to gas. He just got a different car. When you could use $60,000, you could even less than that to buy a whole new car, yet you're using that for a fucking battery. So it's all really a scheme just for this. Oh yeah, this is better for the world. Make the world go green. Doesn't that give a hint right there? Make the world go green. 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 The earth is blue. Well, I guess the grass is green, but green. What's the main thing that we obey that's green? This shit right here. So there's the subliminal message. We'll do whatever we can to keep money. Even if it involves earth destruction. You got people cutting down trees. Things that we truly need to survive. But instead we're cutting it down so we can make more of this paper. You know? So right there, that's not doing the world a good deed. We need oxygen. You're eliminating oxygen. I don't know if you guys heard. Someone was just cursing. Maybe it's a sheep tired of this nonsense too. I hear you, bro. But at the end of the day, I don't look at global warming as the threat. I look at overpopulation as the threat, because this world sucks, and yet we keep reproducing more poor souls into this shit, you know, without their consent, without their approval. That's why, honestly, I look at parents and I want to say to them, you guys are fucking assholes, you know. Now, it's like, I'm not, at the same time, I'm not saying don't have kids, but at the same time, I'm saying don't have kids, you know. I mean, what I mean by that is I can't stop you. Like, I wouldn't aim a gun in your face and say, you better not do it. I mean, you have the right to do whatever you want, but what I am trying to say is you should think about your choice. Look at what this life is. And then think twice. Do I really want to bring another person into this? Another kid, another soul? And what's the benefit of doing it? I feel selfish. And it's true, because you're just letting them do your dirty work. That's the thing. A lot of parents don't want to feel alone one day. They know they're going to probably get sick and elderly. So they want to have a son or daughter that can maybe take care of them. So they feel comfortable. So let us have the pain. Meanwhile, the kid's got to go through the pain, because eventually the father or mother's going to die. And then we got to deal with all that harsh shit. And there was an orb that just flew by. I swear, no matter where I go, guys, there's always an orb. Something's got to be with me, man. Maybe that proves there is an afterlife. Who knows? But yeah, back to what I was saying. Parents are just, they don't have common sense. And then if the son and the daughter aren't happy or have some kind of issue or whatever the hell, they get all ass hurt and mad. Meanwhile, you have no one to blame but yourself. Don't ever blame your kid, because your kid didn't amount to an obedient sheep like you. It's not the kid's fault. Did the kid ask to be here? Now, if the kid signed up for this, you have to be a sheep. Do you accept? I accept. Then that's different. Blame the kid. The kid has no idea where he or she is getting themselves into, and they have no control of it. You guys have the control of it by plugging it in, when you should just keep it unplugged. Like a coffee maker. When you're not going to use the coffee maker, keep the plug unplugged. Same thing, I guess, you know. How I look at it as, when dinosaurs went extinct, that was a big error. We should have been the ones to go extinct. Dinosaurs probably had better lives than us. You know, who knows? I don't know. But I feel like if there is a God of Jesus, he did the wrong thing by eliminating them. We should have been the ones eliminated. But sadly, nothing you can do now, right? That's the thing. Everything in this world is cheesy. We're only caring for a specific activity or a specific thing because of this. The money it's going to do in return for us. We're going to invent these electric cars because we want to go green with the world. And that gives the hint right there. Money's fucking green. You know, we want to make the environment better. Now, I do believe at the same time they're trying to make the environment better, but really why they're doing it mainly is because of this. This is the cause of it all. This tells us what to do. We can't get it done unless we have this. This is the whole control. Money's the whole control of it all. And I just say to myself, can't the world just end? Can't global warming cause an end? Can something cause an end? Because all we're doing here is sacrificing our lives. You know, if somebody asked me personally, you have an option right now. The world can end, or we can actually save the world, and you could keep carrying on with your life, paying those nice bills and nice taxes. I'd be like, man, do what you got to do to end the world. Yo, Thanos, where are you? Thanos did us a favor, man. We were trying to stop Thanos. Thanos was trying to help us all along. Little did we know. Little did we know. Thanos was trying to help us. He was trying to set us free. But we failed him by preventing him from succeeding in that way. You know, but oh man, guys, I don't know anymore, man. It's just, yo, someone's cursing again. Yo, someone's on the phone fucking cursing. Right when I like get in, like, and then it stops. It's weird. But I mean, the world could, let's just say lava, like the map Transit on Black Ops 2, if anyone's familiar with Call of Duty zombies and shit, where there's all lava everywhere. There could literally be lava spewing throughout the whole world, where it's going to eventually dissolve the whole world. Let's just make believe. And we'll still be stupid and want to reproduce. We see that that's a big problem. Yeah, let's have a kid. So that's like goes with the same thing with inflation. We see how expensive everything's getting. We see how harder life's getting. What do? Oh, I know. Let's have a kid. That'll help. You know what'll help? Me one day freeing myself and let my son or daughter let me pass on the weight to them. Let them make the wheel spin now. Let them eventually take care of me. And if they don't do what I want them to do, I'm going to go down their throat and say, you need education. Fuck out of here, man. Parents are the biggest selfish son of a bitches in the face of the earth. Sorry to say. Sorry if you're a parent watching. You know, I don't mean it literally to you, but I'm just saying parents that'll force their kids to do certain things, and if they're not willing to do it, you go down their throat, things like that. Yeah, I feel that's fucked up, you know. Now, again, like I said a little while ago, it's not like I'm saying don't have kids, but really I am saying that by saying choose wisely. Do you really, really want to bring another poor soul into this shithole? Do you? Somebody's not having a good day. How could you in this world? But anyway, I think that's going to be a wrap up for today. Anyway, guys, love you all. Take it easy. And like I said, global warming, I embrace. Overpopulation, on the other hand, that's a big threat that needs to stop. We need anti-natalism. Peace out.